Engineers Inspector Summary Video. We're here in Jersey City. What we have is a fire escape that's just been recently painted. What we have is original hardware, so the fire escape has not passed the confidence test. Cannot immediately proceed to a load test. There's a few minor, things that need to be done if they want to proceed to the load test. The first thing we're going to need to do is, on some of these square head bolts, you got to find out which ones have been eaten, as you can see throughout here. Change those out as identified on the photographs. Anywhere that there's rust, clean out the rust. This fire escape is older than 78, so it's already been painted, so there's not going to be an EPA renovator's license issue, but aluminum siding, so it's hard to identify and verify this connection, so we may need a new connection. Keep the original, seal it so no more water gets in there, put a new connection and penetrate that way. Going down this, as you can see, rust in the J-clips. Get these redone. Original hardware here. So if this is going to be a spot repair, you have to spot repair the identified connections, and then this will proceed immediately to a load test. Heavy corrosion, and they should scrape a little bit more on this fire escape. Looks like this is the last piece left underneath here. We got a slight tilt, so we definitely got to verify that the wall is not giving in. So this, prior to the load test, we got to go inside and verify the plate. And again, when you got aluminum siding and such, it's hard to identify everything, but there's a possible, you know, it's a lean, and she's got a dip at least of a couple of inches out here. So that's an indicator that sometimes when they renovate the inside of these things, they cut the plate or something happens with the plate. So we need to verify before any load testing. But we do have some bolts up there that have excessive corrosion. So spot repair up there. All these treads, they look pretty tight. There's some evidence of rust, but not as much. But it is all original hardware rivets, so you have to load test all the treads. But you got to clean and silicone shut, make sure there's no more corrosion getting in here. So there's a lot of painting right over the corrosion. You got to get in here and dig this corrosion out, and then fill it in with silicone so that the water doesn't get in there anymore. Okay, let's take a look. Again, unverifiable connection, so we have to make a new one. So you don't, because aluminum, you can't, you'll damage it. All right, that pinwheel and the chain will have to be load tested, but it's cheaper just to go get a cable, flip this out to a cable, get rid of the chain. That pinwheel is unverifiable, so a lot of times you just get a simple pulley that takes a quarter cable or 3/8 cable, and it's easier. And there's a definite lean on that support. It's leaning out and leaning down, probably from all this weight. So you need to get that replaced, the pinwheel, put in a cable, and that way you don't have to load test the chain. And verify the plate into the wall. It's probably in this apartment up on the upper floor. Just make sure that that's not ready to pop out. Otherwise, just duplicate it. Check your weight box here. Make sure it's all properly connected. And over here, we need to have a chain release so that nobody pulls this down and breaks into it. You can either have a release or a chain release that starts here, picks up one of the rungs, and goes back here. So you can only release it from above. That way, nobody breaks into the building. You got heavy corrosion up against this wall. Again, we have to verify the connection into the building at this apartment. And you've got heavy corrosions in the corners that I took photographs from below and from above. So that's all got to get cleaned out. Then you got a silicone shutter so the water doesn't build up in there anymore, so that this will last many, many years. The ladder goes all the way down. There's a ladder problem down below. One of the joints is heavily corroded, as the photographs will show. And again, once you've verified all the connections and that you're leaving behind any original hardware, square heads or rivets, a load test is gonna come for that. Otherwise, if you want to refurbish at this time, refurbishing will avoid the load test. On average, 15 to 25 years, you don't have to load test if you properly keep the unit painted. Again, you can see in the corner, heads are gone. Rust has eaten the corner, so you got to get in here and clean all that rust out, rebolt it, and that'll avoid the load test. Okay. The only last thing that I have on this is going to be this ladder. When you go down, it's pretty long. It needs a track to go down a little bit below this, so that when you go down, your feet and your weight doesn't swing this ladder out. There's only one pivot point, and it's right where my foot is. And if you use your weight incorrectly going down, this thing's gonna pull out from underneath you, and then you're gonna fall down, 15 feet. So the track can either be up above, or the track can be down below, that basically guides the ladder down so that it doesn't swing in or swing out when you're going up and down, as I did when I went down. Okay, any questions, Fire Escape Engineers? This is Fire Escape Engineer Meneses, 866-649-0333, 866-649-0333.